Hey, any comments? Or... Yeah, Pepsi sucks.
Fabulous, but even more fabulous with the Swedish fish. Thank you. Bottom.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Swedish fish. Red herrings. Passed our way. Just take it, yeah. Just let it fall on the ground. What? Okay, middle. 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 No idea. Yeah, look. That looks good. So far. Now, why are we missing a tube? Oh,
No, we're not.
Christ. Top. Oh, next tube, sorry. Any more of those?
No, I don't.
Maybe hands make leg work. You pull it down so it's tight. All right, now, Andrew marked blue lines where you should be taped. So we need to tape. That's okay, that's okay. Stick around, Mama. You have more tape? Oh, still camera, Raj. What?
Oh, good. Down to TV.
No, this is where we were planning to do it all along.
It's about 5 after.
5 after?
No, I'm sorry. It's 3 after. 3
We don't
up.
have time to wait.
I
think we should
Sorry.
just put it up.
All right. All right, let's do
I
it.
can't read a clock.
What was the purpose in waiting?
Well, I was just thinking that if they decide to come and tell us to take it down.
What's the plan?
They won't. They can't.
Without a permit. All right. Let it drop. That's good. Okay, now. Go around. Come on around.
We want to have
You gotta have a piece of tape. It goes up a little higher. It goes up over the top because it's longer than the top. Want to rip some tape off? You need some tape.
Okay. Do you want me to start ripping it? Sure.
Yeah. I need.
We are in full effect.
All right. Shoot. Again. This is the part.
What happened to tipping it
Hey, it
over,
looks
Brian?
great to me.
Great. We're
It
gonna
looks
do
really
that in a
good.
minute. It's gonna get this part sealed off. Why don't we tilt it down more? Tilt it down more.
Yeah.
It's going. Easier to reach the
Jared,
top.
anyone need more? Not working. It is.
We need safety pins.
Ah, what you gotta do is just. It'll work. You just gotta make sure you get it on as good as you can.
So we moved out of rally.
It's starting to take shape. Okay.
Other companies, they
Can you quote yourself in this?
did,
Lisa Harlan, you said.
I heard that you said they didn't announce that they were withdrawing because they could no longer do business and not support the military regime, as Levi Strauss said. What's your feeling about that?
Yeah, I mean, my feeling is that we would like it.
Everybody's gotta make sure it doesn't hold it from inside.
I think you should.
Because I'm really short.
I know, but I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, we could get some pretty cool drama going.
We have a rally against the civilian violation of rights and civil rights and levels.
Okay.
And we have made the announcement that all of the rally people are going to join.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
So we're gonna
Placards. We want placards.
No comments?
No comment.
I have no comments. I can't make comments. No. No comment.
Yeah, let's do that voting box. Let's do that voting box.
Yeah, we didn't have that one.
Oh, hey, when is Greg's class?
Thursday 1.
Made the meteor across
Fill
the
this
state
out, man, or you're gonna get the pass.
birthday in
Yeah, I've got one out north.
My name's Andrew. We're with the Students for Truth in Advertising. We're protesting Pepsi, saying that they're only Pepsi. We want them to change their logo and be a little more truthful about what they're supporting. We'd like to welcome the Penn State administrators back from lunch. We're sure they enjoyed their Frito-Lays and Mountain Dew. A special welcome to Daniel Simmons, whose office is right over there. Let's all wave to Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Oh, super.
Just like to talk a little bit today about PepsiCo. A lot of people are familiar with the issue. We've been raising a pretty big stink about it over the course of the last year and a half. Some people think we're pretty stupid about it, but that's okay. Louder? Can people hear me? Okay, that's good. A couple of days ago, Pepsi announced, due to a bunch of pressure from student groups around the country, a bunch of international pressure, that they are actually going to pull out of Burma. So that's a good thing. So let's say yay! So that's a nice move. It's one move. But really, this isn't just about Pepsi, and it's not just about Burma. What we're here talking about is corporate behavior. That's right, corporate behavior. What we're concerned about is the subservience of human rights, of the environment, to something that we call the profit motive. And that's what we're trying to talk about. That's what the statement we're trying to make here is that Pepsi does not care about anything other than their profit motive. And they're willing to do things like support murderous dictatorships in order to make more money. Yeah. But the reason why we're particularly concerned about this, the connection is that Penn State has about $500,000 invested in PepsiCo. So they have $500,000 worth of shares in PepsiCo, and they could be using those shares to tell Pepsi to care about human rights. But they're not doing that. They refuse to do that. As a matter of fact, if we went to Penn State and asked them to make any statement about any social justice issue, about human rights, about labor rights, about consumer rights, about the environment, about anything other than Pepsi's profit, they would not make that statement. They're not willing to make any sort of a statement. And my understanding is that we're at a university, an institution of higher learning, an enlightened institution, and we're supposed to care about these things. We're supposed to make statements. And we're supposed to say, hey, there's something else out here other than the profit. And we're not going to stand for chopping down entire rainforests like they're doing in Burma, not Pepsi, but other corporations. We're not going to stand for supporting governments whose troops kill people, rape people, torture. There's a quote, Amnesty International says that in Burma, torture follows arrest like night follows day. This is not uncommon. It happens all the time. And Pepsi is supporting it. Now, they say they're not supporting it. They've made up excuses. They say that actually they're costing the government money. Everybody else knows that that's bullshit. Everybody else knows that when you sign a contract in Burma, in order to even sign the contract, you have to bribe the government. It's called a signing fee, and it's somewhere around $1.5 or $2 million right off the bat. Now, of course, PepsiCo is never going to admit that they're involved in corruption. Well, they are. Every corporation that's involved in Burma is involved in corruption. So when they say they're not, they're lying. Now that's okay, because lying is fine, because everything is fine in order for Pepsi to make a profit. And any kind of behavior is fine in order for Penn State to get a high return on their shares in PepsiCo, or any other corporation for that matter. And we're saying, no, we don't think that that's correct. We don't think it's fine that corporations are chopping down the rainforest, or supporting murderous dictatorships, or treating their workers horribly, as many of them are in factories in Burma or in El Salvador.
Hey, man, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what up?
How is getting Pepsi out of Burma going to make it a democratic nation?
Well, getting Pepsi out of Burma is not going to immediately make it a democratic nation. But getting corporations to stop financially supporting the dictatorship very well might. And actually, that was the experience in South Africa. That the major boycott, that corporations pulling out of South Africa had a major impact on the movement from an apartheid government to a more democratic government. I'm not saying it solves all the problems, but I'm saying I'm not willing to hang out and drink Pepsi while my money goes to them and their money goes to a government that's raping and torturing and killing.
Fair enough. Now, do you think, is that like your main basis?
Yeah, human rights and the environment and a bunch of other issues that are all tied up in corporate behavior.
But like, don't you see this goes on like 10 years, like that's into the country. I mean, Burma's like north of Vietnam. That's like thousands of miles.
Burma's not north of Vietnam, but that's okay. Yeah, you're right.
Well, it is.
You're right. There's a bunch of issues here that are worth caring, that are worth our attention. And I would urge people to be involved on a local level. But I don't think you can say we should only be involved at a local level. We should be involved in all levels, that we have some sort of responsibility, that we have some sort of an effect. And in this country, given that our government has an effect in such a wide range of places, and given that the corporations that we support are involved all around the world, I think it's important to realize that and to think about it in those terms. I think you are right. We need to look at issues on a local level. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, I'd like to do a little call and response right now, okay? I'm going to ask some questions, and I want you to say either hell no or hell yeah, depending on the answer to the question. So my first question is going to be, does PepsiCo care about human rights?
Hell no!
And then my next question is, does Penn State care about human rights?
Hell no!
And my third question is, do we care about human rights?
Hell yes!
That's right, so do we think Penn State should care about human rights?
Hell yes!
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate the enthusiastic response there. Any other questions from the audience you'd like me to field? Oh, you want you to yell fuck you to me?
Send a postcard. This is urging Graham Spanier to vote resolution number 6, which would urge PECB to stay out of countries where there are massive human rights abuses going on, like that in Burma.
Okay.
Here you go. We have a box right here.
Oh, there's a box.
Okay, I'm going to do one that's kind of familiar to people. I'm going to yell "We Are," and you're going to yell "Pepsi State," okay? We are!
Pepsi State!
We are!
Pepsi State!
We are!
Pepsi State!
Oh, that's pretty good. Just one, if we can get 95,000 people doing that in Beaver Stadium, that would be outstanding. On, you know, national televised camera, that would be great. Yeah. Okay. This guy over there that said, this guy over there that said, are they making fun of my school? What the hell does that mean? Making fun of, I guess combating human rights is making fun of Penn State. I guess that will mean that if we support human rights, we don't support Joe fucking Paterno. Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? Answer me? No, we're just gonna go back to our... I don't want to get beat up. Biggest problem here is that we have Graham Spanier who's supposedly, quote, liberal, and we have all these conservatives fucking saying, oh, let's kick out the diversity, so let's kick out all this crap. Yet we have a university president who can't even say no to torture. That's pathetic, that's spineless. We would call that a whip or a wuss. If we were at a party, we'd go, oh, geez, he doesn't have a backbone. All right, we're at a party. It's all Fargo. You know, Graham's probably over at the fucking, what's that place in New Line Inn having his, $200 dinner or lunch for free, and we're here talking about human rights. I don't even think he cares. I don't even think he's probably up there. He's probably got his feet kicked up on his desk. He's probably drinking a Pepsi right now going, geez, these students are real silly because they're supporting human rights and I'm drinking a nice cold freaking beverage. You know, all it took for him was to vote the stock. He couldn't even do that. That's nothing. That's superficial.
Jeez, on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm pissed on.
Well, thank you, Jason. All of us that'll be here next year that are going to get in trouble with Graham Spanier for this speech. We'll send you letters.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Hey, he's cool, really. He's got a nice, snappy haircut.